gentle warmth begins to fill the edges of the night I held with thoughts I never fully felt. No sudden change, no loud release, just something soft that feels like peace. Not something I have to create, just something I can simply face. It finds me where I slowly wake, before I choose, before I take a single step into the day. It's already lighting up the way. Sunlight on my window, I don't have to chase the day. I used to think I had to start with all the weight inside my heart to figure out what lies ahead before I even left my bed. But now I let the morning lead. Not everything is mine to read. There's something clearer in this light that doesn't push, that doesn't fight. It shows me just enough to move, not everything I need to prove. And in that space I start to see the day doesn't begin with me. Sunlight on my window, something steady, something true. There is a light I didn't make, a quiet path I didn't shape, and still it meets me where I am, without a force, without demand. Not in the rush of what to do, but in the simple, in the true. There's a presence in this place that doesn't need to be replaced. And as the day begins to grow, I don't feel lost, I don't feel slow. I just begin from where I stand, with open heart and open hands. You are the light I couldn't see before the day awakened me. Not far away, not out of reach, but in the quiet within each small beginning, gentle start. You were already in my heart. Sunlight on my window, I don't have to chase the day. There is light enough before me to begin in a softer way. Sunlight on my window, and I begin. The morning comes without a sound, no need to turn the whole world on. The light arrives in quiet ways, before I think, before I run. There's something in the early air that doesn't ask for anything. No pressure to become the day, just space to let it slowly begin. I don't have to gather all the thoughts that waited through the night. I can leave them where they were and step into a softer light. Let it begin gently. I used to start with everything already weighing on my mind, trying to shape what hasn't come before I even had the time. But there's a better way to wake, not by force and not by speed, just allowing what is here to be enough for what I need. There's a quiet kind of grace in not needing to be ahead, in letting this first moment stay, instead of rushing into the next. Space I start to feel the day is not something to chase. It opens slowly like the light that finds its way across my face. Not everything must be defined, not everything must be complete. There is mercy in the start of something simple, something sweet. And even if I don't yet know what this day will ask of me, I can begin without that weight, and let it form more naturally. Let it begin without the rush. In the morning you are near, not in noise but always here. Before the plans, before the pace, there is a quiet kind of grace. And I don't have to understand everything I'll move into. I can simply start from here, and let this moment carry through. Let it begin gently. The day will come on its own. Soft light falls across the room, not too bright but just enough, touching places I don't notice, till it slowly wakes me up. There's no pressure in the way that it reaches where I am. It doesn't ask me to be ready, it just meets me where I stand. I can feel the quiet shift, something loosens in my chest. Not because I figured out, but because I choose to rest. Soft light, open heart. I don't have to guard the day or prepare for everything. There is something in this moment that already holds what's coming, like a path that gently forms, not too far, not out of sight, just enough for me to follow without needing all the light. And the more I stay within it, the less I try to understand how the day will come together when it's not inside my hands. Soft light, open heart. I don't have to force the start. There is more than what I see already moving inside me. Soft light, open heart. I can stay just where I am, and the way begins to show as I slowly let it go. There is beauty in the way things don't rush to be complete, like the morning taking time before it reaches into heat. I can move without the weight of deciding everything. There's a rhythm I can trust in the smallest opening, and it leads me without force, not ahead but step by step, showing only what I need, not what I would try to guess. Soft light, open heart, not too fast and not too far. There is peace in letting be, more than what I try to see. You are light I didn't make, still you find me when I wake, not outside and not away, but within the start of day. And I don't have to reach for a truth beyond my view. There is light enough for now, and it's always leading through soft light. Open heart, I begin. The air is cool against my skin, a quiet way to let me in, into a day that hasn't formed, into a space that isn't warm. No need to speak, no need to say what I will do or where I'll stay. There's something deeper in this breath that meets me underneath the rest. Breathe in, breathe out. I didn't make this morning light or shape the rhythm of this sky, and still I'm here and still I feel a kind of presence, soft and real. Each breath arrives without demand, not something I must understand. It comes, it goes, it comes again, a simple, steady, quiet friend. Let it come. Let it go. There is life within this air, more than what I'm aware. Not in force and not in noise, but in something I don't control. Every breath a gentle start, not from mine but from the heart. And in this rhythm I can stay without needing to shape the day. You give breath, and I receive. Nothing more is needed here. Breathe in, breathe out. I am here. to say a word, just sit here with me. The morning feels a little wide, like something opening inside. Not loud, not trying to be seen, just soft, just still, just in between. I don't need to fill the space or hurry through this quiet place. There's something in the way it stays that lets me rest without a chase. Sit here with me, that is enough. I used to think I had to move to prove the day was something new, to make it count, to make it real, to turn it into something I could feel. But now I see it differently. It's not in what I try to be. There's something deeper in this state than anything I try to make. And in this calm I start to know I don't have far at all to go. What I've been searching for so long was here with me the whole time. Sit here with me, no need to rush. Even in the quiet weight of things I cannot separate, there is a presence in this place that doesn't leave, that doesn't chase. Not in answers, not in plans, but in the way you understand. Without a word, without a sign, you meet me here, right where I am. You don't pull me into more, you don't push me through a door. You just stay and let me be closer than I thought could be. And I don't need to be afraid of the silence I once faced. There is something in the still that holds me gently, always will. Sit here with me, that is enough. Nothing hurried, nothing missing. The morning moves without a push. No reason now to feel a rush. The light arrives, it takes its place. Without demand, without a pace. I don't have to get ahead or carry thoughts inside my head. There's something quiet, something clear that tells me I am already here. Nothing hurried, nothing missing. I used to feel the need to run before the day had just begun. To make it full, to make it right, shape it into something bright. But now I let it come to me, without the need to try and see what hasn't formed, what isn't mine, what doesn't need to be defined. And in this slower, softer pace, I find a deeper kind of grace, not in doing more or less, but in a quiet steadiness. There is enough in what I have, not something I need to add, not something waiting far ahead, but something present, gently said. It meets me here without demand, doesn't ask me to expand into something I'm not yet, or carry what I can't accept. Nothing hurried, nothing missing. I can stay just like this. You are near, I don't need more than this moment I'm in for. Not a future I must chase, but this quiet, steady place. And I don't have to understand everything that's in your hand. There is peace in letting be, more than trying endlessly. Nothing hurried, nothing missing, and I can stay right here. There were times I thought I had to go somewhere to find you, to feel something different first, before I knew you were there. I looked ahead, I looked behind, I searched through what I could define, trying to trace a place or sign that would prove you were mine. But in the quiet something changed, not in distance, not in range, but in the way I came to see you were already close to me. You are already near. If I rise into the light or drift into the deepest night, there is no place I can go where your presence doesn't flow. Not ahead and not behind, not outside this present time, but here within the space I'm in, closer than my own breath in. And I don't have to move to reach or become more just to meet what has always been right here. didn't hear. There is comfort in this truth, not dramatic, not in proof, but in something quietly known, like I was never on my own. And even when I lose my way, I feel too far to even pray, there is nothing I must do to return myself to you. You are already near, closer than I feel. Where could I go from here that you are not already there? Not in distance, not in time, but in every breath of mine. You are already near, and I don't have to find you. It's not the kind that fills the room or tries to chase away the blue. It doesn't rise and fall too fast or need a moment just to last. It's softer than I thought it'd be, not something everyone can see. But when I stop and stay a while, it feels like something close to a smile. Not from what I did today or something going my own way, but from a place I didn't plan, still somehow meets me where I am. There's a quiet joy inside, not too loud, not something wide, but it stays, it doesn't hide, right here. There's a light I didn't chase, still it finds me in this place, and I don't have to recreate what is already here. I used to think that joy would come when everything was finally done, when I had reached what I had planned, and everything make it mine. It was here all along. The morning opens as I move, not everything I have to prove. There's a rhythm in my pace that doesn't need to win a race. I'm not chasing what's ahead or replaying what was said. There is something in this walk that quiets every restless thought. The light is not too far away, it meets me in the steps I take. Not all at once, not all in sight, just enough to keep me right. Walking through the light, step by step I'm fine. I don't need to see it all, just the next in line. Walking through the light, I can take my time. There is more than what I know, guiding every stride. There were days I tried to run before the day had just begun, thinking speed would take me far, but I forgot where I already are. Now I let the moment lead. Not everything is what I need. There is peace inside the way I move slowly through the day, and every step becomes enough when I don't try to make it more. There's a clarity I feel I didn't notice before. Walking through the light, not too fast, not tight. I can move without the weight of getting everything right. Walking through the light, open, clear, alive. There is something in this pace helping me arrive. You don't show me everything, but you show me where to be, and that's enough for me to walk without needing to see. Every turn before it comes, every answer I could name. There is freedom in this way of not playing that game. Walking through the light, step by step I'm fine, and I keep walking in the light. The day feels easy now. I don't have to push it. There was a time I used to wake already thinking what it takes to make the day become something I could finally feel was working, trying to hold it all in place before I even left the space between the night and what could be. A day I thought depended on me, but something in the way I start has slowly changed inside my heart. Not everything is mine to shape, not everything I have to take. The day feels easy now, I can let it come around, not forcing every moment, not trying to hold it down. The day feels easy now, there's a rhythm I have found. just being where I am. I move without the need to prove that everything I do will move exactly how I thought it should, or turn out better than it could. There is a lightness in the way I walk into the middle of the day, not because it's all so clear, but because I'm fully here. And even when I don't know how everything will work out now, there's a trust I've come to feel that makes the moment more than real. The day feels easy now. I don't have to figure out every step before I take, every turn before it's found. The day feels easy now. There is peace without a sound in the way I let things be and stop trying to control. This is the day I've been given, not something I have to win in, not something I have to prove, just something I can move through. And in that freedom I can see there's more than what depends on me. There is joy inside the way I simply live this day. The day feels easy now, and I don't need to know how. I just move and let it flow. There was a weight I used to keep, even in the quiet sleep, trying not to let it fall, trying hard to hold it all. Before the day could even start, I would carry it in my heart. Every question, every need, everything I thought I'd need. But something in the morning light feels different than the night. There's a gentleness I find that loosens what I held inside. I am carried by the morning. I don't have to walk alone. There is something underneath me, more than anything I own. I am carried by the moment, not by strength I try to use. There is peace in letting go of the weight I used to choose. don't have to figure out every turn I think about. There is something I can trust, not in pressure, not in rush. Even when I feel unsure, there is ground that still feels sure. Not because I see the end, but because I'm held within. And the more I let it be, the more I start to see I was never meant to hold what was never mine to control. I am carried by the morning, even when I don't feel strong. There is something always with me, moving gently all along. I am carried by the quiet, not by force and not by speed. There is grace in letting go and receiving what I need. You don't ask me to be more than what I already am. You don't place a heavier load than what I can withstand. You just meet me where I stand and carry what I can. And in that I finally see it was never up to me. It didn't start with something loud or break the silence like a sound. It came in ways I couldn't trace, like something settling into place. Not something I could clearly see or measure in intensity, but something steady, slow and true that kept returning into view. Like roots beneath what I can feel, working deeper than what's real. There's a calm I didn't plan, quietly becoming who I am. This is where peace begins to grow, not too fast and not to show, but in the space I choose to stay, it rises slowly, day by day. This is where I come to see it's not something I achieve, but something living deep inside, becoming more as I abide. I used to look for something clear, a kind of peace that would appear moments I don't try to shape, and letting go, not taking hold. And every time I choose to stay, instead of drifting far away, it deepens in a quiet way that words could never fully say. This is where peace begins to grow, not in what I come to know, but in the way I let things be and stay within what's given me. This is where I find my place, not ahead, not out of pace, but rooted in the present ground, where something lasting can be found. You don't rush what you begin, you don't force it from within, you just let it take its place in a quiet kind of grace. And I'm learning how to trust what is growing without rush. There is beauty in this slow, more than I could ever know. The sunlight hits the floor, the quiet knock outside my door, a cup of coffee still and warm, the calm before the day takes form, the breeze that moves the curtain slow, a song I didn't plan to know, the kind of moment passing by that I would miss if I rushed by. I used to look for something big, something more than what this is, but all along it's always been the small I'm living in. There's joy in the little things, in the moments in between, not too loud, not meant to shine, but somehow brighter when I see. There's joy in There's beauty I have always found, not in what I try to be, but in what's right in front of me. There's joy in the little things, even when the day's not bright. It shows up in the smallest ways and stays within the light. There's joy in the little things. I can feel it when I slow, not in what I try to hold, but in what I let flow. You've been good in ways I see, and in ways I couldn't be aware of till I took the time to notice what was always mine. Not in everything I planned, but in what I didn't understand. There was goodness all along, in the ordinary song. There's joy in the little things. I don't need more than this moment. There was a time I couldn't stay without thinking of another place, another version of the day that felt a little more complete. I was always leaning forward into something not yet here, missing what was right before me, trying to make it more than real. But something in me slowly changed, not in force, not all at once, just a quiet kind of shift in the way I let things come. This moment is enough. I don't need to fill the space or make it mean more than it does. There is peace in letting go of the need to adjust. What is here is already full in a way I couldn't see when I stopped demanding more from what was given to me. And in that, something opens up, not outside but from within, a kind of calm that doesn't rush soul can wait without needing more. There is enough right here. It didn't leave when I moved on, or fade away when things felt wrong. It stayed in ways I didn't see, still holding everything in me. Not every moment felt the same. Some were quiet, some were strained, but through it all there was a thread of something steady. I was led. I didn't always recognize the way it stayed before my eyes, but looking back I start to know it never left me as I go, held in the light of today. There were places I felt unsure, where I couldn't see what was ahead, but even there I wasn't lost, though I believed the things I said. The light was not just in the start or something far outside my heart. It moved with me, it stayed inside, a quiet presence by my side. And now I don't need to hold every answer, every road. There is something I can trust that carried me through all of this. The day is not yet fully gone, but something in me has moved on, from needing more than what has been to seeing what has held me in. There is a peace I didn't make, still present in each step I take. Not loud, not trying to appear, but always, always quietly here, held in the light of this day. You were there in all of it, and what I saw and what I missed, not just in the brighter parts, but in the hidden, dark. And now I see in a new way. I was never left to stray. There was light in every place, holding me in quiet grace, held in the light of today. The day has moved, the hours passed. Not everything was meant to last, but something in it still remains. quiet thread through all the change. I didn't have to hold it tight or make it turn out just right. And in that space I came to see there's more ahead than what I need. Not everything was clear or known, not every step was fully shown, but still I walked, still I stayed, and something held me all the way. And the day opens wide. I don't need to carry now what I can lay down somehow. The weight of things I couldn't keep can finally rest and finally sleep. There is a softness in the end that doesn't close but gently bends into a place where I can start again with a quieter heart. Not from nothing, not alone, but from a place already known, where light returns without demand and meets me where I choose to stand. Tomorrow doesn't need to be something I can fully see. It will come the way it does, with its own kind of quiet love. And I don't have to rush ahead or fill my mind with what's unsaid. There is enough in what will be, just as there was enough for me. And the day opens wide. This is the day that you have made, not one I need to be afraid. And even as it fades from view, there is still something bright and true. Morning waits beyond the night, not as pressure, but as light. And I will meet it when it comes, with open hands.